Hey guys, welcome back. It's Brooke here, professional makeup artist, and I wanted to bring something a little bit different this week. I actually worked on a show yesterday and we executed a fabulous look that is a little bit different. It contains glitter and a little bit of grunge, but still like really clean, beautiful skin, and I was so enjoying executing this look that I thought that it would be a fabulous one for me to share with you straight from the runway show I did yesterday. So let's get stuck in. So first of all, I've invested in some new products actually for my kit, and one brand that I have been keeping my eye on, and some of you might think it's kind of crazy that I haven't invested in Iconic sooner, but I've been looking at this brand for a while, and Iconic are known for their gorgeous skin illuminators, and I have been, as you may know, a fan of the DECIEM photography fluid since forever, and just through my own curiosity I just really wanted to see how this Iconic illuminator compared. So I have invested in a little bit of the original here, and I just want to see what it's like on my skin. I confess that I did try this yesterday. I had to get up like crazy early for a shoot that I had for this runway show, and I put it on. I'm literally talking like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was still dark outside, and I kind of went through the day feeling like I was very shiny. Would I say shiny? It's not glittery, but there's like some there was serious shimmer to my skin. So I think I may have overdone it, but I'm going to give it another go, and I'm actually going to mix it with my foundation today. So yesterday I actually applied it separately, but it's a product that I really want to love. I'm going to put a few drops on the back of my hand with a few pumps of my HD Makeup Forever HD foundation. I'm going to mix those together with my brush, and I'm just going to apply this from the centre of my face outwards. Now, as you might know from some of my other videos, I keep my skin really, really light, but I just wanted to play with something that was a little bit more this time. So I don't want to build up too much coverage, so what I tend to do is apply my foundation to the centre of my face and just work it outwards. So start at the nose and blend it out, and you can see that this is really building a gorgeous luminosity to my skin. I'm all about the glow. Now I love this foundation because it's got a really lovely creamy texture to it, and I find that it's not too heavy. Obviously it's the HD foundation by Makeup Forever, so it does photograph beautifully. Bringing that around my eye a touch, but I will conceal. So that Iconic is definitely bringing the glow. I'm impressed, and I was impressed with it yesterday on the basis that it's meant to illuminate the skin. I just think it like overly illuminated my skin because of the amount that I actually put on. I think I didn't go to town, but I think this is definitely a less is more type product. So I'm just gonna blend that past my jawline. So I'm actually using some Spectrum brushes now. They sponsored a show that I recently worked on for London Fashion Week. So we were supplied with the brushes, and I have to admit that was my first introduction. I was familiar to the brand, but I had never used the Spectrum brushes myself, and I quite honestly really love them. I've been using these black and white ones. They're part of the Marble collection, I believe, and they're really lovely. So right now this is the A20 brush. It's a really dense, I normally use a kabuki brush for my foundation. This is like a really dense foundation brush, which is really nice because it's got a bit more to it than other foundation brushes that I've used. It's not really flat, it's got a bit of chunk to it, so it allows me to blend the foundation just the same as when I'm using a kabuki. So that's that. Now the skin that we created for yesterday's look was very illuminated, so I don't want to matte this down. I just really want to bring the glow as much as possible. And This is such a fun look. I'm really excited to get stuck in with this. Just going to finish my base off with a bit of concealer. This is the Air Base Cream Concealer. I've shown you guys this before. It's an absolute staple for me. I love it. I actually use this instead of foundation sometimes as well, because it's got a really creamy texture. A little bit goes a long way. It doesn't look dry and it doesn't look heavy on the skin. So I'm just going to press this under my eye area. But I also like to sweep it across my lid to get rid of some of my pigmentation. I actually don't like to create a heavy cover on my eyelids, but this just smooths things out nicely. So that's that. I also need a little bit extra here on my cheek. Had a little friender eye. So that's that. So the skin's looking pretty glowy, and I'd say this was like a moderate medium coverage foundation, so it's really comfortable, not too heavy. I'm liking how this is, allowing the light to bounce off my skin. So I've just got a little bit of concealer across my eyelids. You might want to add that step, you might not. And I'm going to go straight in with my black eyeliner pencil. This is like a really fun look, so I'm getting straight into the Aqua XL eye pencil by MakeUp Forever. I don't pull my eye when I put my liner on, but I do kind of just hold it at the outer corner because it just gives me balance. So I'm going right along the lash line here. And then slightly under, but not all the way along. So this is part of the look. Into the inner corner of the eye and under. I'm missing that centerpiece. I love that these pencils are really soft because they're so comfortable to apply. There's nothing worse than using a really hard pencil on your eyelid. And also, these give like a really definite true colour. So again, I'm working on that inner corner, along the bottom on the inner corner, and along the bottom on the outer corner, missing that middle space. Make sure that you bring the two lines together, top and bottom. And also you can extend this out slightly, but just a touch. I don't want to make this like a heavy wing liner because it's slightly more graphic than that. And again on this side I'm just extending that out. Now this actually, if you're not great with liner, it actually doesn't matter too much with this look, because what we're going to do is soften it out slightly with a brush. So I actually want this to be slightly imperfect. Because it's got more of that grunge, unkept look. I don't want it to be like perfectly polished. So that's the liner there. And over the top of the liner, I'm going to add a little bit of the Duraline. This is an Inglot product. It's amazing for changing the consistency of products. Also, if you have things like eyeliners that get a little bit dry, or eyeshadow primers, you can actually add a bit of this in and it will basically give it more of a fluid finish. I'm using it today as a base for me to apply glitter over the top so that the glitter sticks. So I'm applying this over the top of that liner, slightly on the bottom, just on the bottom outer corner. And again on the other side. Now you want to get the glitter on before this dries completely. And I should have thought this through because my glitter is actually in a little bag. Now this glitter, I admit, we used acrylic glitter for the show yesterday, which wasn't mine, and I've got this really cool glitter that was gifted to me by Pro Glitz, and I've been wanting to try it out for ages, and it's got loads of, I don't know if you can see it on the camera here, but it's got loads of different textures. It's got some big pieces, some medium pieces, and some small pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight in with my brush. Let's choose a brush here, got a nice thin one. And I've got this really cool shield, silicone shield, which I picked up a long time ago. I don't know if I'd ever be able to find this again, otherwise you can use a tissue. And I'm literally, this basically catches all of the glitter. So I can press this on over the top and not get it all over my cheek. This is so fun, this look. And again, don't worry if you get bits of glitter on your lid. We are mostly applying it to the lash line. But the fun of this is it just being as it is. It doesn't need to be perfect. How cool is that? I'm going to add some to the other side. Again, I want to get this on before that liquid product dries. Super fun, right? I've got quite a big piece there. I'm going to let that one go if I can. There we go. A little bit under there. That'll hold. And then any fallout bits, I just get a light brush. I've got a fan brush here. You can just sweep those away. Hopefully they'll come off with ease. There we go. How cool is that? So for a night out or an occasion, this is ace. How cool is that glitter? And I love these glitters that have got slightly different sizes to them, all in one shade, because it just gives it a little bit more interest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up with a little bit of mascara. So I have got the Max Factor False Lash Effect here, in the waterproof, because I am a waterproof fan. And I've got my lash fan, so I literally, this is how I work with my clients as well, just decanting a bit of the mascara onto my wand and applying that to my lashes. Now I'm actually keeping this really light, because lashes aren't the focus here. They definitely add a little impact. And I'm not going to apply any to the bottom lashes. Or am I? I might change my mind on that. Kind of adapting this look a little bit. I'm just getting the odd bit of fallout there, that's no problem. I've learned to remind myself that I'm still very human with these things. It doesn't need to be absolutely perfect, because sometimes that is what creates interest. The thing I like about the lash fan is that it coats the lashes really lightly without needing loads of product, and you can build it up to as much intensity as you want, but it just keeps the lashes looking like lashes. I think I will add a little bit underneath, you know. Catch those bits that are still settling if you get anything falling. How fun is that? I just really love this look. I just thought it was really playful, but had loads of impact, and it's fairly simple actually. So we've done base, we've got the eyes on, and now I'm just going to really punch this up with some highlight and contour. Before I do that, I'm just going to run a clear gel through my brows and brush these up. Okay, so for contour, I'm going to use my Absolutely Faithful. I don't know if I've used this on a video with you guys yet, but Illamasqua do an eyeshadow called Heroin, which is a slightly ashy tone brown eyeshadow. And I just find it to be the perfect shade for contouring because it is really natural. It isn't like bronzy, orangey. It's a really soft, natural contour shade. So I'm just adding this to my cheekbones and the temples of my face. Also, I'm going to go slightly down the sides of my nose, just keeping this light, and around my jawline. So it's super soft. And to finish off the look, another absolute favourite of mine, I'm going to dip into my OMG highlighter by Illamasqua. Just sweep this onto my cheekbones, slightly in the centre here. This just amps up that glow and that luminosity even more. Slightly onto the Cupid's bow here, just with my finger. Soften that out. And then, the love of my life, a little bit of 8 Hour cream on the lips. And that's that. One other little detail, I'm just going to go back and build my coverage on my little friend here. Also, one other little addition I got this week from Iconic is this little beauty, which is the Prep Set Glow. Now you need to shake this up and it's just beautiful. I hope you can see how that looks in the bottle. It looks like a bubble bath, one of those really old school bubble baths, but it's actually just got a really, really fine mist in there. And if I take the lid off, this is actually another product I was introduced to at a show, and it just looked absolutely beautiful on the model's skin, face and body, because it gives a really gorgeous sheen. It doesn't look glittery, but it's just super flattering. So I'm just going to spritz a little bit of this, and if I was on a night out, I would definitely apply this at the very least to my shoulders and my arms, but you could go full body with this. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that is the finished look. So what do you think? Tell me if this is something you'd wear, or if this is something that you find really fun as well, because I just love that pop of glitter. And in fact, you can use any shade that you like. Obviously I'm using silver, you could use gold or something really vibrant with colour. The black really gives it the definition, and then the glitter gives it that pop and that little bit of fun, that little bit of sass. And I really like this skin. I'm absolutely becoming a fan of the Iconic Illuminator, so might be seeing this one more, and definitely something to go in my kit. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Please subscribe so that I can connect with you again, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.